What if one of the most powerful foods for healthy aging wasn't hidden inside an expensive supplement, wasn't discovered in a remote rainforest, and wasn't a secret known only by health experts? What if it was sitting quietly in the produce section of your local grocery store? A vegetable so unusual that it has been treasured by kings, studied by scientists, and praised by nutrition experts for centuries. A food that may help support your heart, your brain, your digestion, your immune system, and even the way your body ages. Yet most people walk right past it without ever realizing what it could be doing inside their bodies.
Today, we're exploring one of nature's most underrated superfoods. And before this video ends, you'll discover why many longevity experts consider this simple green vegetable one of the smartest foods you can add to your diet. But there's one surprising benefit that most people never hear about, and it might completely change the way you look at asparagus forever. Stay with us, because the deeper we go, the more fascinating this story becomes. When people think about healthy foods, they often imagine blueberries, salmon, avocados, or leafy greens. Rarely does asparagus become the star of the conversation, and that's exactly what makes this story so interesting.
Because beneath its simple appearance lies an impressive combination of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and plant compounds that researchers continue to study today. For thousands of years, asparagus has been appreciated not only as food, but also as a symbol of vitality and wellness. Modern science doesn't view any single food as a miracle cure, but some foods offer a remarkable concentration of nutrients that may support many aspects of health at the same time. Asparagus is one of those foods. Throughout this video, we'll uncover the history of asparagus, the surprising science behind its benefits, common mistakes people make when eating it,
and practical ways to get the most from it. And later, we'll reveal why some experts believe asparagus may play an important role in supporting healthy aging. Let's begin where the story started, thousands of years ago. Long before nutrition labels existed, long before vitamins were discovered, people were already fascinated by asparagus. Historical records suggest asparagus was cultivated more than 2,000 years ago. Ancient Egyptians depicted asparagus in artwork. The Greeks admired it. The Romans treasured it. In fact, asparagus became so highly valued in parts of the ancient world that it was often associated with luxury and prestige. Roman nobles reportedly enjoyed asparagus so much that special methods were developed to transport it quickly across great distances. Imagine that. Thousands of years before overnight shipping, people were already rushing asparagus to their tables.
Why? Because they believed it possessed unique health-promoting properties. Of course, ancient civilizations didn't understand antioxidants, fiber, or folate. But they observed something important. People who regularly consumed nutrient-rich foods often seemed healthier and more resilient. Today, science allows us to look deeper. And what researchers have discovered is remarkable. Because asparagus contains an impressive collection of nutrients packed in very few calories. It's like receiving a nutritional upgrade without significantly increasing the energy content of your meal.
And that nutrient density may be one of the reasons asparagus has remained relevant for thousands of years. But the real story begins when we examine what happens after asparagus enters the human body. And the first place we'll start is your heart. Your heart beats approximately 100,000 times every day. Day after day, year after year, without asking for attention. Until something goes wrong. That's why supporting cardiovascular health is one of the most important investments you can make for your future. And this is where asparagus becomes surprisingly interesting. Asparagus contains folate, a nutrient that helps support normal cardiovascular health.
It also provides potassium, a mineral that helps maintain healthy fluid balance within the body. Many Americans consume more sodium than recommended. Potassium helps create balance. Think of it as one member of a team working to maintain normal body functions. Asparagus also contains plant compounds and antioxidants that help protect cells from everyday oxidative stress. While no single food can guarantee a healthy heart, building meals around nutrient-dense vegetables is one of the most consistent habits associated with long-term wellness. And asparagus fits beautifully into that pattern. But your heart isn't the only organ that may appreciate this remarkable vegetable. Because the next benefit involves something even more personal. Your brain.
Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there? Most of us have. As we get older, many people become increasingly interested in maintaining mental sharpness and cognitive wellness, and nutrition plays a bigger role than many realize. Your brain is one of the most energy-demanding organs in your body. It relies on a steady supply of nutrients to function effectively. Asparagus contains folate and several antioxidants that contribute to overall nutritional support. Researchers continue studying how diets rich in vegetables may help support healthy brain aging over time. The key idea isn't that asparagus acts like a magic memory booster.
It's that consistently eating nutrient-rich foods may help create an environment where your body and brain can function at their best. And that's a much more realistic and powerful approach to wellness. But here's where things become even more surprising. Because the next benefit doesn't involve your heart or your brain. It involves something happening inside your body every single day. Something that affects energy, immunity, mood, and even longevity itself. Your digestive system. And what asparagus does there may be one of its most impressive secrets. Take a moment and think about this. Inside your digestive system lives an entire ecosystem. Trillions of microorganisms.
A hidden world that scientists often refer to as the gut microbiome. And the health of this internal community may influence far more than digestion. Researchers continue discovering connections between gut health and immunity, energy levels, mood, and even healthy aging. So where does asparagus fit into this story? One of the reasons nutrition experts appreciate asparagus is its fiber content. Fiber helps support normal digestive function and promotes regularity. But asparagus offers something else that makes it especially interesting. It contains compounds that can serve as food for beneficial gut bacteria.
You can think of these compounds, alayhi salam, for your internal garden. The healthier that garden becomes, the better it may support your overall wellness. Many people spend enormous amounts of money searching for health solutions, while overlooking simple daily habits that may have a meaningful impact over time. And supporting gut health through nutritious foods is one of those habits. But here's something fascinating. The effects of a healthier digestive system don't necessarily stay in the digestive system, because your gut and immune system are deeply connected, and that's where our next discovery begins.
Imagine your immune system, alayhi salam, a security team working 24 hours a day. Every moment, it scans, evaluates, and responds to countless challenges. Most of the time, this extraordinary system works quietly in the background. We rarely think about it, until we need it. That's why many wellness experts focus on supporting the immune system through overall lifestyle habits: sleep, exercise, stress management, and of course, nutrition. Asparagus contains vitamin C, vitamin E, and various antioxidants that contribute to normal immune function. These nutrients help support the body's natural defense systems. Again, no vegetable can make you invincible.
That's not how human biology works. But building meals around nutrient-rich foods creates a stronger nutritional foundation. And foundations matter. Think about a house. You may not see the foundation every day, but everything above it depends on what's underneath. The same principle applies to health. Small choices repeated consistently often create the biggest long-term results. And speaking of long-term results, the next benefit may surprise anyone trying to manage their weight naturally.
What if one of the simplest weight management tools isn't a supplement or a trendy diet, but a vegetable? Here's why asparagus attracts attention from nutrition professionals.
It's naturally low in calories, yet it provides fiber and important nutrients. That's an interesting combination because foods that provide volume and nutrition without excessive calories can help people feel more satisfied. Imagine two plates, one filled with processed foods, the other filled with nutrient-dense vegetables, lean proteins, and whole foods. Which meal is more likely to leave you feeling nourished? For many people, the answer is obvious. Asparagus works beautifully in this type of eating pattern. Grilled, roasted, steamed, added to salads, mixed into omelets, it's versatile, filling, and nutrient-rich. And perhaps most importantly,
It helps shift attention away from restrictive dieting and toward better food quality. Because sustainable health isn't usually built through extreme approaches. It's built through smarter daily choices. And one of those choices may also help support healthy blood sugar balance. Let's talk about that next.
Millions of Americans are becoming increasingly aware of the importance of maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. And for good reason. Blood sugar influences energy, focus, appetite, and overall metabolic health. While asparagus is not a treatment for diabetes, it does possess qualities that fit well within many balanced eating patterns. It's low in sugar, rich in fiber, and nutrient-dense. Fiber can help slow digestion, which may contribute to steadier energy after meals. Think about how different you feel after eating a balanced meal compared to consuming a large amount of highly processed foods. One often produces steady energy. The other may lead to a roller coaster of highs and lows. Over time, consistency matters. And asparagus can be one useful part of a broader healthy eating strategy. But perhaps the most noticeable benefit for many people isn't blood sugar. It's energy. The kind of natural energy that doesn't come from caffeine and doesn't disappear an hour later. We've all experienced it. The afternoon crash. That moment when motivation disappears, focus fades, and your body feels like it's running on empty. Many people immediately reach for another cup of coffee. But sustainable energy usually comes from a different source: nutrition, sleep, movement, and overall health.
asparagus contains several B vitamins involved in energy metabolism. These nutrients help your body convert food into usable energy. It's not the dramatic jolt of a stimulant. It's something potentially more valuable: support for the systems your body already uses every day. Think of it this way. Caffeine may temporarily press the accelerator. Nutrition helps maintain the engine. And the healthier the engine, the smoother the ride. But what if asparagus could help support something people spend billions of dollars trying to preserve? Something connected to youthfulness, appearance, and aging itself. Because coming up next,
we'll explore why asparagus has become increasingly popular among people interested in longevity and healthy aging. And one particular antioxidant story may completely change how you view this humble green vegetable. Let's talk about something every human being thinks about: aging. Not necessarily living forever, but living better. Remaining active, independent, energetic, and able to enjoy life for as long as possible. When scientists study regions of the world known for exceptional longevity, they often notice a common theme. People tend to eat diets rich in vegetables, fruits, legumes, and other nutrient-dense foods. No single food creates longevity, but certain foods consistently appear in healthy eating patterns associated with long-term wellness, and asparagus fits that description remarkably well. Why? Because healthy aging is influenced by many factors working together: cell protection, inflammation balance, cardiovascular health, brain health, metabolic health, and nutrient intake.
Asparagus contributes nutrients that support many of these systems simultaneously. It's like adding another strong player to your health team. Not the entire team, but an important contributor. And perhaps the most fascinating part of the story involves tiny molecules most people never see: antioxidants.
Because these compounds are involved in one of the biggest biological battles happening inside your body every single day.
Right now, inside your body, a silent battle is taking place. Every breath you take, every meal you eat, every moment of stress creates natural byproducts known as free radicals. In small amounts, they're a normal part of life, but over time, excessive oxidative stress may contribute to cellular wear and tear. Think of it like rust slowly forming on metal. Not overnight, but gradually, year after year. Your body has built-in defense systems designed to handle this challenge, and antioxidants help support those defenses. Asparagus contains several antioxidant compounds, including vitamin E, vitamin C, and plant-based phytonutrients.
These compounds help protect cells from everyday oxidative stress. This doesn't mean asparagus stops aging. Nothing does. But supporting your body's natural protective systems is one reason nutrient-rich vegetables are so strongly associated with long-term health. And the benefits don't stop beneath the surface. Because one place many people hope to see the effects of healthy living is reflected in the mirror. Let's talk about your skin. Walk through any store and you'll find entire aisles dedicated to skincare. Creams, serums, treatments. And while external care can certainly help, many dermatologists agree that healthy skin also starts from within.
Your skin is your body's largest organ, and like every organ, it relies on nutrition. Asparagus contains nutrients involved in normal collagen-supporting processes and overall skin health. Its antioxidants help support protection against everyday environmental stressors. Hydration also plays a role, and because asparagus contains a high percentage of water, it can contribute to your overall hydration strategy. But perhaps the most important message is this: healthy-looking skin often reflects healthy habits, consistent sleep, balanced nutrition, stress management, physical activity, and nutrient-rich foods. It's rarely one magic product. It's usually a lifestyle.
And that same lifestyle may also help support another organ people often take for granted until changes begin to appear: their eyes. Imagine waking up tomorrow and suddenly realizing how much of life depends on vision. The faces you love, the places you travel, the books you read, the moments you treasure. Eye health is one of the greatest gifts many people never fully appreciate until it's challenged. Asparagus contains antioxidants, including lutein and zeaxanthin, compounds commonly associated with eye health. Researchers continue studying how diets rich in antioxidant-containing vegetables may help support healthy vision over time. Again, this isn't about miracle claims. It's about patterns. The foods we choose consistently can influence how well our bodies are supported over the years. And if there's one lesson emerging throughout this video, it's that small daily choices often create surprisingly large long-term outcomes. Which brings us to another important structure we depend on every single day: our bones. Strong bones rarely get attention when they're working properly, but they support every step you take, every movement you make, every adventure you enjoy. As we age, maintaining bone health becomes increasingly important, and nutrition plays a key role. Asparagus provides vitamin K, a nutrient involved in normal bone metabolism. It also contains minerals that contribute to overall nutritional support. Combined with physical activity and a balanced diet, these nutrients help support lifelong mobility and independence. Because ultimately, healthy aging isn't just about adding years to life,
It's about adding life to years.
And speaking of fascinating health mysteries, there's one unusual fact about asparagus that has puzzled people for generations. A phenomenon so strange that entire scientific studies have been conducted to explain it. You've probably noticed it before. And if you haven't, you definitely will after hearing what's coming next. Now for one of the strangest food mysteries in the world. A mystery that has confused people for generations. Have you ever heard someone say that asparagus causes a noticeable change in urine odor? If so, they weren't imagining it. And if you've eaten asparagus but never noticed anything, that's fascinating too, because both experiences are real.
Here's what scientists discovered. Asparagus contains natural sulfur-containing compounds. When the body breaks these compounds down, certain byproducts may create a distinctive odor. But here's the surprising twist. Not everyone can smell it. Some people produce the compounds. Some people don't. Some people produce them but can't detect the odor. Others notice it immediately. It's one of the most unusual examples of how genetics can influence our everyday experiences. Think about that for a moment. Two people can eat the exact same food, yet experience it differently. It's a reminder that nutrition is highly personal.
And that's exactly why no single food works identically for everyone. But while this mystery is entertaining, there's another topic that causes even more confusion: the myths surrounding asparagus. Let's separate fact from fiction. Myth number 1. Asparagus is only useful for dieting. Not true. While asparagus can fit beautifully into weight management plans, its benefits extend far beyond calorie control. Its nutritional value makes it relevant for people focused on heart health, digestion, healthy aging, and overall wellness. Myth number 2. You need expensive supplements if you want the benefits. Not necessarily. Whole foods provide complex combinations of nutrients that work together naturally. For many people, improving food quality is a powerful first step. Myth number 3. More is always better. Definitely not. Health rarely works that way. Balance matters. Variety matters. No vegetable should replace an overall balanced diet. The goal isn't to eat enormous amounts of asparagus. The goal is to consistently include nutrient-rich foods in your lifestyle. And speaking of consistency, many people accidentally reduce the quality of asparagus without realizing it. Let's talk about the most common mistakes.
Mistake number 1. Overcooking. This is probably the most common error. When asparagus is cooked too long, it can become soft, mushy, and less enjoyable. Many people try asparagus once, prepared poorly, and decide they don't like it. The vegetable isn't necessarily the problem. The cooking method might be. Mistake number 2. Ignoring fresh asparagus. Fresh asparagus often provides better texture and flavor than older, wilted stalks. Look for firm spears and tightly closed tips whenever possible. Mistake number 3. Drowning it in unhealthy toppings. Heavy sauces can sometimes add more calories and sodium than expected. Simple preparation often works best.
A little olive oil, some herbs, a squeeze of lemon. Sometimes simplicity wins. And that leads us to an important question. What is actually the best way to eat asparagus? One of the reasons asparagus remains so popular is its versatility. Roasted asparagus develops a rich, slightly sweet flavor. Grilled asparagus adds a delicious smoky character. Steamed asparagus preserves tenderness while remaining simple and clean. You can add it to omelets, salads, grain bowls, soups, pasta dishes, or serve it alongside fish and lean proteins. Many nutrition professionals recommend focusing less on finding the perfect preparation method
And more on finding a method you'll actually enjoy consistently, because consistency beats perfection. Every time. But timing can also matter, and many people wonder, when is the best time to eat asparagus? The answer may surprise you. The truth is, there's no universally perfect time. Asparagus can fit comfortably into almost any meal. Breakfast omelets, lunch salads, dinner side dishes. What matters more is the overall pattern of your nutrition. However, many people enjoy asparagus at dinner because it pairs naturally with balanced evening meals. Others prefer it at lunch for a nutrient-rich midday boost. The best time? The time you're most likely to eat it regularly.
Because long-term habits matter far more than perfect timing. And if you really want to maximize flavor and nutrition, certain food combinations work especially well.
Some of the best asparagus pairings are also some of the healthiest. Asparagus and salmon, a combination rich in nutrients and satisfying flavor. Asparagus and eggs, a classic pairing enjoyed around the world. Asparagus with olive oil, simple, elegant, and delicious. You can also combine asparagus with colorful vegetables, legumes, and whole grains, all part of a balanced meal. The goal isn't to create a perfect plate. It's to create a nutritious pattern you can enjoy for years. And that's where our story takes an emotional turn.
Because next, we're going to explore real-life stories inspired by the kinds of changes many people experience when they begin prioritizing healthier food choices. Stories about energy, confidence, healthy aging, and the powerful realization that sometimes the smallest habits can change the direction of a life. Let's step away from nutrition science for a moment and talk about something even more powerful: real life. Meet Sarah, a fictional example inspired by stories shared by countless people who decided to improve their health one small step at a time. At 52 years old, Sarah felt stuck. Her energy wasn't what it used to be. She often relied on convenience foods. Vegetables rarely appeared on her plate. And although nothing was dramatically wrong, she simply didn't feel her best. One day, she made a simple decision. Not a complete life overhaul, not an extreme diet. Just one small commitment: eat more nutrient-rich foods. That included vegetables she had largely ignored for years. One of them was asparagus. Weeks turned into months. And gradually, something interesting happened. She became more aware of what she was eating. She started cooking at home more often. She felt motivated to take short walks, then longer walks, then regular exercise. Was asparagus solely responsible? Of course not. But it became part of a larger shift. A symbol of choosing health more often. And sometimes that's how transformation begins. Not with one dramatic moment, but with one better decision repeated again and again. One of the biggest myths in wellness is the belief that success requires perfection. It doesn't. In reality, health often improves through momentum. One healthy meal encourages another. One walk leads to another. One positive choice creates confidence. Confidence creates consistency. And consistency creates results. Think about how powerful that idea is. Your future health may not depend on one massive change. It may depend on hundreds of small decisions made over months and years. Choosing vegetables more often, moving your body regularly, sleeping a little better, managing stress more effectively. These habits work together, and asparagus can be one simple piece of that larger puzzle, because wellness isn't built in a single day, it's built daily. And one area where people often notice the effects of better habits is sleep. Let's explore that next. Sleep may be the closest thing the human body has to a reset button. During sleep, your body repairs, recovers, balances, and prepares for another day. Yet millions of adults struggle to get enough quality rest.
Asparagus isn't a sleeping pill, but it does contain nutrients involved in normal physiological functions that support overall health. And healthy nutrition often complements healthy sleep habits. Think of sleep and nutrition as teammates. Neither replaces the other, but together they create a stronger foundation. Many people discover that when they improve their overall lifestyle, including diet, the quality of their sleep gradually improves as well.
And better sleep influences almost everything: mood, energy, focus, recovery, even healthy aging. Which brings us to another remarkable organ, quietly working for you every second of every day: your liver. Your liver is one of the hardest working organs in your body. It performs hundreds of essential functions: filtering, processing, supporting metabolism, helping maintain internal balance. Most of us rarely think about our liver until a health issue forces us to. That's why many experts encourage habits that support overall liver health: limiting excessive alcohol, maintaining a healthy weight, staying physically active, and consuming nutrient-rich foods.
Asparagus contains antioxidants and plant compounds that contribute to its nutritional profile. While no vegetable can magically cleanse or detoxify your liver, a balanced diet rich in vegetables helps support overall wellness. The real secret isn't a detox product, it's consistent healthy living. And when people begin living healthier, something interesting often happens. Their mood changes too. Have you ever noticed how different life feels after a week of eating well, sleeping well, and staying active? You often feel lighter, clearer, more optimistic. Scientists continue exploring the complex relationship between nutrition and mental well-being. While no food can guarantee happiness, healthy eating patterns are increasingly recognized as part of overall wellness. Asparagus contains folate, a nutrient involved in various important bodily functions, including processes related to brain health. But perhaps the biggest mood benefit comes from something less obvious: the feeling that you're taking care of yourself, that you're investing in your future, that you're making choices aligned with the life you want to live. Those feelings matter, because health isn't only physical, it's emotional too. And in the final chapter of our story, we're going to bring everything together. We'll reveal practical daily strategies, summarize the most powerful lessons from asparagus, and leave you with one perspective on health that may stay with you long after this video ends.
After everything we've explored today, you might be wondering, what's the easiest way to start eating more asparagus? The good news is that it doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, simplicity is often the secret to long-term success. Here are a few practical ideas. Add asparagus to your breakfast omelet. Toss it into a lunchtime salad. Serve it alongside grilled chicken or salmon at dinner. Roast it with olive oil and herbs. Blend it into vegetable soups. Or simply steam it and enjoy its natural flavor. Remember, you don't need a perfect diet. You don't need expensive ingredients. And you certainly don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. Start small.
Start realistic. Start where you are. Because the healthiest habits are usually the ones you can maintain. Not for a week, not for a month, but for years. And that's exactly what longevity is built upon. Small actions, repeated consistently. Let's quickly revisit what makes asparagus such a remarkable food. Number 1. Supports heart health through important nutrients and antioxidants. Number 2. Provides nutritional support for brain function and healthy aging. Number 3. Helps support digestive wellness through fiber. Number 4. Contributes to a healthy gut microbiome. Number 5. Supports normal immune system function. Number 6. Fits naturally into weight management plans. Number 7. Supports healthy blood sugar management as part of a balanced diet.
Number 8. Provides nutrients involved in energy metabolism. Number 9. Contributes to healthy aging through antioxidant support. Number 10. Supports skin health and overall wellness. Number 11. Contains compounds associated with eye health. Number 12. Provides nutrients important for bone health. Number 13. Supports healthy sleep as part of a wellness-focused lifestyle. Number 14. Contributes to overall liver-supportive nutrition. And number 15.
Encourages a healthier relationship with food by becoming part of a long-term wellness routine. None of these benefits come from magic. They come from nutrition, consistency, and the remarkable design of the human body. But perhaps the biggest lesson from today's video isn't really about asparagus. It's about perspective. Because health is rarely transformed by one miracle food, one supplement, one trend, or one shortcut. Health is built quietly, in ordinary moments, in grocery stores, in kitchens, at dinner tables, in the decisions nobody else sees. A healthier breakfast, an evening walk, an extra serving of vegetables, a better night's sleep. These choices may seem insignificant in the moment, but years later, they often become the difference between simply getting older and aging well. Think about the future version of yourself. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. What choices would that person thank you for making today? The answer probably isn't perfection. It's consistency. And consistency begins with the next choice you make. At the beginning of this video, we asked a simple question. What if one of the most powerful foods for supporting health was already sitting in your grocery store? Now you know the answer. Asparagus may not be flashy. It may never become the trendiest food on social media. But sometimes the most extraordinary things are hidden inside the ordinary. A simple green vegetable, thousands of years of history, an impressive nutritional profile, and the potential to become one small part of a healthier future. Not because it's a miracle, but because it's a reminder. A reminder that health often grows from simple choices repeated consistently. A reminder that your body deserves care, that your future deserves investment, and that it's never too early or too late to begin. Because longevity isn't really about living forever. It's about having the energy to enjoy the years you have. It's about staying active with the people you love, creating memories, sharing experiences, and waking up each morning with the ability to fully participate in life. So the next time you see asparagus, perhaps you'll see more than just a vegetable. You'll see a symbol of what happens when small choices are given enough time to create extraordinary results. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you enjoyed this journey into the science and story of asparagus, consider subscribing for more evidence-informed wellness and healthy aging content. And before you go, tell us in the comments, how often do you eat asparagus, and what's your favorite way to prepare it? Until next time, take care of your body, protect your health, and never underestimate the power of simple habits. Because the choices you make today are quietly creating the future you'll live tomorrow. Fade to black. End screen. Music slowly fades out.